Alright everyone, my name is Olivia Hines and I'm going to go over some key terms that are very important within literacy of early childhood education in my reading research review. So first up, we're going to have the simple view of reading, which is a theory that explains reading comprehension. This goes into more detail on how reading comprehension works and the two important components, which are word recognition and language comprehension, which we go into more detail throughout this PowerPoint presentation. This simple view of reading helps to define the skills that contribute to this reading comprehension, this idea of reading comprehension in early childhood students, and even farther along as we really K through 12 students. Reading comprehension is the product of decoding and language comprehension. Students need to be able to decode words and know the vocabulary terms that lead to this reading comprehension, fluent reading comprehension. As a student, there should be an ability to decode words as well as the ability to understand these words, which lead to the comprehension of passages, of stories, of words. As we grow and teach the students, they should learn and know how to comprehend and use these words and terms in academic language. Now we have Scarborough's reading rope, which is very important in education today. Throughout my time as a student, I have learned a lot about Scarborough's reading rope. It has two main strands. This upper strand that you're going to see is language comprehension. That includes background knowledge, vocabulary, language structure, verbal reasoning, literacy knowledge. The most important two, I would say, are probably that language structure and vocabulary. That's how students really, that goes back to the decoding and the word recognition. Those vocabulary terms are very important in terms of building a student's knowledge. So language comprehension is the ability to understand different elements of spoken or written language. These 5 bullet points are going to lead a student, which are those elements, to understand the written or spoken language that we're talking about here. This lower strand is the word recognition strand. So kind of feeding off of what I said before of the decoding and word recognition, this is actually the whole entire strand. So this is going to include phonological awareness, decoding, and sight recognition. Decoding is where you put words into understandable language, so the student actually understands and can identify what certain words mean. The phonological awareness piece is recognizing the sound structures of spoken language, so those sounds that each letter makes within a word. And the sight recognition is the ability to identify words accurately through sight. So we see a word, we identify it, we know what it is and what it means. The National Reading Panel, this is very important to teachers today. This is made in order to evaluate existing evidence to find the best ways to teach young children to read. So we're focusing on how to accommodate or make our teachings better for students learning how to read. So what can we improve? What do we know now that we didn't know earlier to make it better, to make our teaching better for these students and their ability to read. It examines on teaching phonemic awareness to children who are learning to read. So this emphasis on phonemic awareness and how sounds make words and what the words mean as we get older and older. There's a link to the National Reading Panel. The 5 pillars of effective reading instruction. Pillar 1, we have phonemic awareness, which is the understanding that words are made up of different units, but when they're blended together, all of these sounds make one word. What is this word? What does it mean? And then we go further and further into that. Pillar 2, phonics. They're a set of rules which the relationships between the letters and the spelling of the words. We've got Pillar 3, fluency. This is the accuracy of the reader. How fast but accurate are they reading the passage or reading the story? So we're looking for a reader to be fluent in a timely manner, but also accurately reading the words. And we would like them to comprehend the text. Pillar 4, comprehension. When a child has high fluency and understands vocabulary, they can comprehend. Are they reading with fluency, with an accurate fluency level, as well as able to answer comprehension questions at the end of the story or passage? Pillar 5, vocabulary. It's very important that we build this vocabulary throughout their academic life. When they have a strong vocabulary, they can read for understanding at a higher rate or higher level. Ohio's plan to raise literacy achievement. This is a plan to raise focus on improving literacy from birth through grade 12. This framework is around the 5 pillars that we just talked about. And it's just Ohio's plan to keep on building that literacy achievement in students. How can we make them understand more, test scores higher, learn more, elevate the academics quickly, or at a more efficient level. And there's the link to Ohio's plan to raise literacy achievement. It's a PDF online available at this link. Thank you.